Hello. My name is Lawrencia, and my mentor is Juliet. It's really dark in here. I'm actually glad I can't see you. But this piece was inspired by the historical fiction workshop, and it gave me the encouragement to try something new. And it is called Be There and Be Pretty. Danielle, slow down. I groaned and slowed my pace, with my head still in my book. I jumped and stepped back when I felt a hand on my shoulder. Charlie, don't do that, I said and hit him on the shoulder with my book, then ran my thumb over the cover as if it hurt my beloved book. We walked side by side for a while, not saying anything. Why are you always reading? Every time I see you, you're reading. Why don't you take a deep breath, dance, sing, look? I said, stopping him mid-sentence and making an abrupt halt. My feet were tired from walking all day, and I wasn't going to keep walking, considering Charlie would keep following and nagging me. Reading is productive. It enhances my vocabulary, it opens up my mind to other things, and most importantly, it helps me escape reality. You wouldn't need to escape reality if you would just learn to face it. He mumbled under his breath and lowered his head so I couldn't see his expression. Charlie was always a cynic. Every time I would try not to think about my life or even begin to talk about what it could be like, he would always make a digression. And maybe if you put the bottle of whiskey down for a second, maybe I would. Try taking your own advice, I said venomously. Even now, there was a lingering smell of whiskey on his breath. Everyone has their own way of dealing with the lemons that life hands you. My lemonade is reading, and Charlie's lemonade isn't lemonade at all. It's whiskey. I don't blame him for making this wrong turn in his life. Our parents taught us that life will be full of mistakes, so we better start making them early. The streets were busy as usual. Men were in the bar getting drunk, even though it was only noon. Women with powdered faces, red lips, pearls draped around their neck, and dolled up hair were sitting on their laps, hoping that they would end up with more money in their pockets at the end of the day. Most of the men were married, I'm sure of it. Musicians in clean pinstripe designer suits played shiny gold saxophones, not necessarily for money, and random people danced with each other. Mom says you can't come back until 10. She has a few calls today. Don't you mean clients? I asked in disgust. Oh, come on, Danielle, don't be like that. You know she means well, he said with a small smile filled with sadness. Charlie, it's the 50s. Money is no longer an issue. If she wanted money, she could have went dumpster diving. I felt my fist getting tense and my face reddening. But no, shut up. Stop glorifying prostitution and give me the bottle of whiskey, I said, tucking my books under my armpits and holding out my hand. Charlie's grip on the bottle tightened and he narrowed his eyes, but with a sigh of defeat, he handed me the bottle. Charlie is my twin brother. We look just about the same. Long eyelashes, petite nose, almond-shaped gray eyes, and jet black hair. However, we have a fair share of differences. He stands at 6'4", and I'm only 5'4". Charlie is athletic and can play just about any sport, and I would rather read a book than get hit with a ball. He has extremely bad habits like smoking, drinking, and sleeping around, and I'm just as innocent as they come. Believe me, he gets on my last nerve. Sometimes, but he's all I got. Look, I have to run. Dad told me to remind you that Daniel is coming over tonight. He said, be there and be pretty. He laughed at my reaction and kissed me on the cheek before leaving. Anytime his name was mentioned, my face would immediately harden and my lips would contort into a frown. Later that day, I showered, got dressed, and walked down the exciting streets of Harlem. Familiar faces waved to me from the soda shop, dancing, smiling, and sipping their drinks. Even in an African-American neighborhood, my family as a minority were treated with kindness. These streets were never empty, but as joyful as they seem, Harlem but nothing but misery. I turned a corner and walked up the steps to the brownstone and approached the figure huddled in their winter jacket. The person turned around and his face lit up when my face was revealed. Henry's mop of blonde hair and shiny blue ocean eyes made my heart skip a beat. He gave me a small dimple-filled smile and pushed the red door open for me. All through dinner, we shared smiles discreetly, so Daniel wouldn't be suspicious. After all, my soon-to-be fiancé was a very jealous man. Thank you.